Let's talk about survival. Right now, the business world is going through a massive, earth-shaking shift. We're going to use the work of technologist Thomas Siebel as our guide to figure out what's causing this corporate mass extinction, and more importantly, how you can make it through to the other side.
Okay, let's just start with a number. 52%. What's that? Well, that's how many companies on the Fortune 500 list from the year 2000 are just gone, vanished, acquired, merged, or straight up bankrupt. Think about that. More than half of the biggest companies in the world disappeared in less than 2 decades.
So, what in the world is happening? What is this invisible force that's causing this massive corporate die-off? Well, the answer isn't in some quarterly report or an economics textbook. No. For this, we have to look somewhere much older. That's right. Believe it or not, we're turning to evolutionary biology. Because it turns out the best model for what's happening in boardrooms today isn't in a business school, it's in the fossil record. You know, most of us learned about Darwin's idea of evolution, right? This slow, steady, gradual change over millions of years. But then, in the 1970s, a paleontologist named Stephen Jay Gould came up with a different theory. He called it punctuated equilibrium. And the idea is that history isn't a smooth upward ramp. Instead, it's long, boring periods of stability that are suddenly punctured by these short, violent, revolutionary bursts of change. And when you look at the fossil record, he was totally right. This isn't a one-time thing. Life on Earth has been through at least 5 of these massive punctuation moments, these catastrophic extinction events. We're talking about the Great Dying, which wiped out 96% of all species. And of course, the asteroid that took out the dinosaurs. It turns out, stability is the exception. Sudden, violent change, that's the real engine of evolution.
But here's the crucial part. As devastating as these extinctions are for the dominant players, they create these enormous open spaces. When that asteroid hit and the dinosaurs were gone, it cleared the stage for this tiny group of survivors, our ancestors, the mammals, to just explode, diversify, and eventually take over the entire planet. Extinction for one is the opportunity of a lifetime for another.
So let's bring it back to the business world. If over half the Fortune 500 has been wiped out, what's the modern asteroid? What's the disruptive force causing our mass extinction event today? Well, the first thing you need to understand is that this isn't about just one new gadget or one new trend. It's not just about the internet or smartphones or any single piece of the puzzle. It's much, much bigger than that. According to Siebel, our asteroid is actually the convergence, the collision of 4 huge technologies all maturing at the exact same time. First, you've got elastic cloud computing, giving us basically infinite computing power whenever we want. Second, big data, this unbelievable ocean of information that we're generating every single second. Third, artificial intelligence, which lets machines actually learn from all that data. And finally, the Internet of Things, or IoT, billions and billions of sensors connecting the physical world to the digital world. And this is the absolute key. Any one of these is a game changer on its own, but when they all converge, that's when you get this moment of punctuated equilibrium. They're not just existing side by side, they're feeding each other. The IoT sensors create big data. That data gets stored in the cloud. AI analyzes it, and the insights change how everything in the real world works. It's this incredible, powerful, self-reinforcing loop. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Hang on. We've been through tech changes before. We survived the PC, we survived the dot-com bubble. What makes this so different? And that's the trillion-dollar question. The answer comes down to understanding the difference between 2 very important words. The first wave of tech was all about what we can call digitization. This was just taking what we were already doing and doing it a little faster or a little better with computers. So you went from paper ledgers to Excel spreadsheets. You went from a mail order catalog to a basic website. The fundamental process didn't really change. You just put it on a screen. Digital transformation, now that's a whole different beast. It's not about improving the old way of doing things. It's about creating entirely new ways of doing things that were literally impossible before. It's not about building a faster caterpillar. It's about the caterpillar turning into a butterfly. It's a complete metamorphosis. Here's a really great way to think about it. The consultant Jeffrey Moore splits a business into 2 parts. You've got context. That's all the support stuff. HR, finance, accounting. Necessary, but it's not why your customers love you. The last wave of tech, like the internet, was amazing at optimizing all that context stuff. But then there's the core. The core is your secret sauce. It's your unique advantage. It's the thing customers pay you for that they can't get anywhere else. And that is what digital transformation is coming for.
So what this all boils down to is that this isn't about making small improvements anymore. This is a direct, existential threat to the very core of what a business is and does. Which brings us to the final, critical question. What do you do to avoid becoming a fossil?
Rule number 1, and this is non-negotiable. This is not an IT project. Because this change strikes at the very heart of the business model. You cannot delegate it to the tech department. This has to be driven, owned, and mandated from the very top. The CEO has to be the one leading the charge. Period. And if you think that sounds like an exaggeration, just listen to what John Chambers, the former legendary CEO of Cisco, told a room full of executives. He said 40% of the businesses in this room, unfortunately, will not exist in a meaningful way in 10 years. I mean, if that doesn't light a fire under you, I don't know what will.
Okay, so let's boil this all down. What's the survival plan? 4 simple steps. Number 1, recognize the threat. You're living through a period of corporate mass extinction. This is not business as usual. 2, understand the cause. It's that powerful convergence of cloud, big data, AI, and IoT. 3, aim higher. Don't just digitize your old processes. You have to completely transform your core business. And 4, lead from the top. This is a strategic mandate for the CEO, not a tech project for the IT department. So we'll leave you with this. The history of our planet shows us that after every single extinction, new life explodes to fill the gaps. The companies that get this, the ones that evolve to fit this new environment, they're going to be the dominant species of the next business era. And the rest? They'll be fossils in a museum. The only question left is, which one are you going to be?